Whoa, he got measured for a creasing.
He creased sure enough, and all the sweat flew out his curl. Yo, I'm going to need counseling after this creasing. I bet he had a high fight IQ, but you don't need a degree to receive these creasings.
Tighten up on my G-Dog. I was ducked out at first, but now I beat broad. Cock back, bam, bash in the teeth. Guarantee you this, that bitch gon' see stars. Respect my gangster.
Yo, Roy Jones Jr. fresh off a bucket of that Colonel Sanders. His punches was faster than a rooster pecking corn. That was a two-piece extra crispy. His creasing style come from watching roosters spur each other. This was a barnyard creasing. He slightly twisted his beak and he tried to break dance. Yo, it's time for a epic creasing. Let's go. Champ chased Lennox for a jaw tapping. He escaped the wrath of the creasing, and I ain't rapping. Lennox thought his jaw together to crease Shannon. He had a lot of balls paws, but not enough to load his cannon. He got up again and again only to get stretched. He had a fight IQ, but this was his big test. There was a lesson learned after this beating. You don't need a degree to receive these creasings. Follow your boy. Yo, time for a little creasing. Beetlejuice took mad shots to the dome, but he had that one-hitter quitter. He got creased and it looked like a crane flew in the ring when his corner threw in the towel. Say what you want, Beetlejuice, bout that life. He said Iron Mike didn't want smoke. Yo, let's talk about this creasing. B.Hop last fight was out of the ropes. He fell back like my neck and my back. Joe Smith gave him the diesel treatment. Check out this slow-mo creasing. He manipulated his jaw and the ropes slid open. It was a few punches later when he touched down. It looked like he was scuba diving with no snorkel. He told the ref, "Why you let them jump me in there, you know I'm a OG." Whoa. Time for a side dish creasing. Sweet Pea clicked out on his opponent and laid mad cow leather on him. He left him hanging limp out the side of the ropes. All young creasers enter the ring at your own risk. Protect your jaw at all times. Yo, let's talk about it. Don't take these creasings personal. Peep this. My favorite boxer Iron Mike got creased. Buster Douglas laid my boy Iron Mike's move out. It only take a punch to get your bell rung, no matter who you are. His mouthpiece was hanging out like a cig. I got you. Let's count this creasing. Yo, he was excited to get creased. He bounced back up like Mike never tapped his jaw. He ran around the ring to convince himself he didn't get rocked. I don't know who gassed him up, but he was full of that supreme. Mike Tyson proceeded to bash his head in with wig-shaking blows. He continued to head, but Mike's fist and give himself a walking concussion. At least a Domino's pizza commercial came from this creasing.
Keep laughing. Keep laughing. Real funny, huh?
Yo, time for a proper creasing. Sweet Pea laid him down like cornbread on the side. Don't forget the potato salad. I think Sweet Pea had beef with him the way he tapped his grill. He rose up with drunk kneecaps. He couldn't handle that jungle punch. Yo, Marvin Hagler with a marvelous creasing. I bet he had a high fight IQ, but you don't need a degree to receive these creasings. Just train hard, rocking Save the Whales, snapbacks. He got a discounted us beating mouthpiece sold separately. Check this out, he was loyal to his hood, he repped his sat mid creasing. Can someone tell me what hood he repping? I never seen these gang signs before. Yo, I'm going to need counseling after this creasing. George Foreman fresh off them lean meats again. He whipped Ken Norton like he was mad he didn't get the role in Mandingo. I would roast this goofy-looking ref, but I don't want anyone to say I'm racist. Foreman still stuck him anyway and tapped his jaw. He had a fresh ribeye the size of his shoulder blade waiting at the crib. He tried to end this quickly. Yo! Time for a country fried creasing. Roy Jones' rooster tactics left him thinking it was all good. He shook his head like this creasing not as bad as people say it is. He said to himself, I can't let a man who was trained by a barnyard pimp beat me. Roy Jones' punch was faster than chicken hooker coochie. Yo! Smoking Joe Frazier was no joke. This is a case of that dope lean gone wrong. He needed rehab for a week and a half after this creasing. He put his hand over his chest like I'm coming home to you, Elizabeth. Not too many wanted smoke with Joe Frazier. Yo! This creasing happened in broad daylight. Julian Jackson put all his elbow in that punch like a Vince Carter dunk. He even made a little rim shape before his back touched down. His spine went noodle when this creasing came upon him. Check it. He did the old school robot when his jaw was tapped. He should have kept his mouth closed, his mouthpiece, made his face a target. He fell back with his hand to his ear like he had to make a call. Yo! Who's responsible for this creasing? Peek this out. Mayweather had him doing the money man shuffle. I understand money was involved, but is this brain damage worth it? He got creased so bad he looked to see if he got knocked into the crowd. He got dropped by a noogie. All up and coming creasers train hard cause it'll happen to you, and I ain't rapping to you. Whoa! Let's talk about it. These creasings don't discriminate, you'll see what I mean, keep watching. Real Deal Holyfield made Riddick go unaware he was creased. But oh my, how the tables have turned. Holyfield didn't expect it to end with buffalo leather in his grill. Riddick Bowe went all upside his head and he disrespected the strip on the ropes. It's all good, let me just rest right here, Playboy.
Whoa! He got measured for a creasing. Ray Mercer used his left arm like measuring tape before he tapped his jaw. This is a case of not knowing you were creased yet. He hugged him like, can we be friends instead? Then noodle legs hit him. Peep this. He was already done in the ropes, then Ray twisted his chin. He needed a little nap. You? Continue, Ray.
Much respect to Ray Mercer for jumping in the cage. This creasing was requested by Tim Sylvia. No need for the ground and pound. His left shoulder was paralyzed after the first punch. Ray would have fought anyone anywhere.
He would have fought 8 koala bears fresh off that eucalyptus leaf.
Yo! I'm going to get some Foreman grills from the store right now. I'm ordering 20 pounds of grass-fed beef, the leanest I can find. I'm gonna watch all the fat drain off in that tray. This is a grass-fed creasing. The ropes shot him out like a slingshot. He landed in superhero pose. This is where he got the idea for the Foreman grill. From punching Smoking Joe in the grill. These blows are equivalent to a lumberjack axe chopping wood. Follow your boy. Whoa! Another classic creasing. Sonny Liston and the ropes gave him the business. His feet was searching for balance. Sonny Liston's hand was too heavy for his wrist.
His mouthpiece held on for dear life.
He walked into a creasing and his kneecap fell asleep. Ollie had his wig jumping with every punch. He almost sat Indian style. Yo! He got his duck bill flipped back. Witness a creasing like none other. Michael Dopes did his mouthpiece dirty. His mouthpiece rolled in the corner like dice. He had the BGs for a week and a half. Whoa! Peep this out. Shout out to the meanest wig rocker ever. He creased sure enough, and all the sweat flew out his curl. It was real slippery that night by the ringside seats. You know you're getting creased when your hands stop working. Yo, I had to bring you a classic creasing. Floyd Patterson pounced on that boy. He was faster than a tiger hopping out the tall grass. You think it's a game? Peep this combo. He didn't know which punch to block.
A message from the throne room, the archangel with me. I came to surpass every demon trying to kill me. Y'all gotta feel me, break me down proper if you got an ear, hear me. Look, the most high get the honor, I bear the armor, spiritual warfare. I am back like karma, my flesh is no longer